Yo, this is Nova Trifecta. I am Jimmy Fedora, aka Alias, aka Juicy J. And we hold on, Kendall, you introduce yourself.
What's up, Nova Trifecta? This is Kendall Beck, aka Big Boy Troy.
And we have a very, very, very special guest today, Kyle Thompson, KT, aka Big Daddy K, not Big Daddy Kane. Say hello to the people, KT.
I'm happy to be here. Glad y'all got me on. Been a long time coming. Look forward to this.
All right, all right. How you guys' week been going? How's life going? How is everything?
My week's been good. It's been busy with 4 kids. It is always busy, and a wife and a full-time job. It is never ending. That is for sure. But it's been a good week. It's been a real good week.
What about you, KT?
Been a great week. Go back to work tomorrow.
That's not fun.
No, it's not. I don't look forward to it, but I mean, I have a job, so I can't complain.
This is true. This is true.
Besides that, going to see the in-laws Friday, so it's gonna be a good week.
Oh, that's always fun. Those are great, great people. My week has been great. You know, work, spending time with the kid, playing video games, kicking back, drinking beer. So that's been my week. I can't complain at all. But the first topic we're gonna get into today, Roll Tide. All of us are Alabama fans.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
The Tide rises. We'll talk a little bit about the Tigers, the national championship contending Tigers. We'll get into them as well.
That Heisman Trophy winning quarterback they got.
That's what I thought. You know, but let's get you guys thought about the game, Alabama versus Georgia, and how the Tide look.
The first half, I didn't think we looked that great. I don't know what was up with the defense. I think I don't know if they'd had a better quarterback. That could have been a different ball game in that first half. It could have been a different ball game overall.
You talking about the quarterback play in the first half? He played really good in the first half.
I thought he missed some stuff. I thought he missed a couple opportunities. In my opinion. I mean, he still did play really well. That's what I was saying. It probably would have been a different ball game the second half had they had somebody besides Stetson Benson, or whatever his name is, back there. So I thought it was good. The defense really played well in the second half. That first half, I didn't think we played well at all, which kind of made me wonder, do you guys think that somebody else took over play calling or something in the second half?
I noticed in the first half that Dylan Moses, he looked lost.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Maybe it's from his injury last year. Maybe he just hasn't had time to build up with his players and stuff. But Dylan Moses just looked lost to me. And that was worrisome. But then the DBs getting what's his name back in the second half.
Jordan Battle.
Helped. Yeah, Jordan Battle. That really helped.
Jordan Battle.
It seemed like he took command of the secondary, and then we started picking him off. I mean, I was worried if we lost to a quarterback named Stetson Bennett the fourth, I was going to be very concerned going on. I mean, if you think about this guy, he looks like a golf club pro guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he earned his chance, but whatever. But it was concerning seeing Dylan Moses get his back turned a lot. Like, there was a lot of gaps he could have filled, but he didn't. Like, he was kind of hesitant.
It was a couple times. It was a couple times where he didn't fill that hole and gave us some gashing runs. I agree with you there.
Yeah. Right. Besides that, I feel like the defense the second half, I mean, we pitched a shutout, 21-0 in the second half. I feel like the offense came alive. Mac Jones, he's a big Heisman candidate to me. Is he going to compete with Trevor Lawrence? It's going to be tough to beat him, but
it is.
But
Lawrence has got all the hype though. Coming into the year, he's got all the hype. Like, he's got all the hype, and they're hanging 70 points on people like Georgia Tech, stuff that, in my opinion, Saban wouldn't do, because I think there's been times Saban could hang 70 close to 80 points on people, and he will not do it. He will put in third and fourth string people and just run the clock out. And, so that's I think it hurts Dylan Moses coming back from an injury. This was the first big game he's played in, and the fact that he did not get to have the offseason that he needed to get in football shape.
Yeah, I agree.
And that hurts tremendously.
I do think Trevor Lawrence has like a weaker defenses he's going to go against.
Yes.
Where Mac Jones plays SEC week in, week out. Like, you're getting the best of the best. Georgia, I think Georgia's defense is great. But, like, he stayed calm, he stayed patient, and he just picked them apart at the end. Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, they're unreal. I mean,
Minchie's good too.
Yeah, Minchie's and then you got to cover Najee Harris. I mean, how do you cover all four of those guys? You just can't.
Disgusting. Yeah, I think it was a tale of two halves. Like the first half, you have your original game plan. We was missing assignment, blowing assignments, couple mistakes on offense. I think the offense, played really good. I just think what a lot of people don't know, if you never played football, is when you go in at halftimes, it's this thing called halftime adjustments. So that's what separates good coaches from great coaches. A lot of the times in Alabama games, you'll see us blow away the second half because you making those adjustments. Nick has seen every kind of offense there is, so we can make those adjustments to see what kind of blocks what they doing, what kind of routes they running, how they doing this and how they doing that, and it's about how you make those adjustments. I wasn't concerned about the game because Georgia always finds a way to blow this game against Alabama. Always. The last time they lost, I believe the last time Georgia beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa, me and your brother was in the end zone.
Yeah.
Where they caught that game-winning touchdown. So
Matt Stafford was on that. Wasn't that Matt Stafford in overtime?
Yeah, it was Matt Stafford. Yep.
Yeah.
No Sean Marino running back.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, I remember that. Do you guys think that Kirby Smart is a Mark Richt 2.0? Because I'm going to throw out a stat. In the 60 games, I believe Kirby Smart is 47-13. And in 60 games, Mark Richt was like 49-11.
But when you say that, what you mean? What do you mean? Is he like baby Mark Richt? That he can't win a big game, or is that what you mean? He can't win a big game?
I think what Tim was saying is like his stats are the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he recruits like Georgia's always recruited well. Kirby Smart's a great recruiter. It hurt our recruit when he left, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He gets some of the most talented defensive and offensive players, and then it's like they fail to convert it to championships. And that's what I'm talking about. I just think Mark Richt had just as much talent on those Georgia teams as Kirby Smart's had on his, and they've done the same thing.
But who's standing in their way?
I mean,
Alabama.
Nick Saban in Alabama.
It's kind of like the Jordan era. It's the Alabama era. Like, they prevent a lot of great teams from getting the championship. You got to have to beat Nick Saban, you got to have a high majority of the time, 90% of the time, you got to have a Heisman winning quarterback that's dual threat.
Or a quarterback that can run.
And throw dimes all over the field. If you don't have that, you're not finna beat these guys at all.
I think that's what hurts Kirby Smart this year is he doesn't have a quarterback.
He does not.
You're going to a walk-on Stetson Bennett, which he was decent. I'll give you that. But like, I think Jared Newman or whatever his name was.
That Jamie Newman, yeah.
Jamie Newman. He would have. It would have been a lot.
It could have been a world.
Game.
That game could have been different. That game could have been
because they were running
different.
on us and they were putting the running back on linebackers. That's how they scored that long touchdown with.
That was
Cook.
a beautiful
with Cook.
I mean, perfect
play design.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this: do y'all think we make it out of here clean?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't see who else.
I mean,
I think we'll play Georgia again in the SEC championship.
You don't think Florida beat them?
No.
You think Florida get it?
No.
Florida doesn't have the defense.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I agree with y'all.
I mean,
don't
Kyle
think
Trask's good, but
Yeah, unless
think we
Kyle
make it.
Trask plays out of his mind and they can just turn it into a barn burner, a shootout, because Georgia is not built for that. Built for that home run top ball. They might could get them, but I just think Kirby Smart and that defense. I think he'll find out a way to shut that offensive down enough to be able to run on them and do what he needs to do to put points up.
I agree.
Georgia's got some dogs. I mean,
They
they're
do.
good on defense.
They
That
do.
linebacker number 32, whatever his name was, he was all over the place.
I agree. They was some dogs. All right. Any last words on the Tide? I'm very happy about that win.
Yep. Glad it's over.
Yeah.
All right.
We're on to Tennessee. Well, I think we'll
On to Tennessee. I hate
On
Tennessee.
to Tennessee.
shit out of them. I hate Tennessee. Also.
Hate them.
That godforsaken orange.
Yeah.
The inside of pumpkin orange.
Yeah. Inside the pumpkin orange.
All right.
Prison orange.
I want to move on to another national championship contender, the Auburn Tigers, and they Heisman winning quarterback.
Yeah.
With their loss to South Carolina. Can we talk briefly? Let's keep it briefly about the Auburn Tigers. You guys' thoughts?
Bo Nix, he looked Heisman worthy.
Did he? Could you talk about some of those throws, KT, that he was making over the field?
Listen, I'm not a quarterback. I'm not ever going to admit I'm a quarterback. I played fullback, played the wing tee. But I know in the pocket, you're supposed to set your feet to throw a ball. And Bo Nix, he just didn't do that. So,
KT, you're not giving yourself enough credit. I have seen you lead a flag football team to victory playing quarterback.
Dimes. Through beautiful
with like SEC talent on the other side of the ball.
Even I know to set my feet. I ain't saying anything else.
I think if it wasn't for Bo Nix's legs, I don't know if he could start for UAB.
Damn.
I agree.
I mean, that's the only thing that kid has going. He's got his last name and his daddy being Patrick Nix, and he's got a set of legs that gets him out of a lot of trouble. Or it would be, I firmly believe, I don't know if he could start at UAB if he did not have the legs he has.
On a serious note, what do Auburn need to do? What are they missing? What do you think they need?
A head coach?
See, I disagree. I think that they just need a quarterback. I think they got all the pieces to do what they need to do to compete.
Gus Malzahn cannot develop quarterbacks. They have got to already be developed freakish athletes when they come in.
Why he can't find that freakish athletes though? All these QBs out here, like what? Why can't he get that guy? Because I think like a Nick Marshall, I think Auburn fans devalue Nick Marshall. But go look at them Nick Marshall stats. Y'all would love to have him right now. Y'all probably hell if y'all had him right now. So
I think
Nick
Auburn's
Marshall,
two best quarterbacks are Cam Newton and Nick Marshall.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Nick Marshall carried that offense.
Man, what?
Yeah.
That boy ran that art.
A lot of people don't want to admit it.
Gone down the field in a minute. So I think
He
that's all
ran
they
that
missing.
RPO.
I seen him pump fake on Alabama and absolutely torch everybody that year that they were in the national title. He done a little pump fake and then he was down the field so quick. That Nick Marshall was he was such a dynamic player. And he had a good arm too. He had a better arm than I think people gave him credit for.
He did.
But do you see if they had a quarterback? Yeah. If they had I don't know. That team would probably look totally different with like a Trevor Lawrence, somebody that can throw and run. Or a Jamie Newman, or who else is out there? I'm drawing a blank.
What I will say as a Tide fan, I enjoy weekly typing out Auburn y'all ass. Continue to because I enjoy it. We don't supposed to be biased, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's Roll Tide all day, baby.
Yeah. I'll say this about Auburn. I think Seth Williams and Tank, they deserve more than what they're getting. Because Seth Williams, he's a baller.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yes.
If you put him in Alabama's offense with Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle, We'll walk into the national. And if you put Tank Bisbee, that dude deserves so much more than what he is getting right now. That dude
is
legit.
Let me tell you what they did wrong. They chose to go to Auburn. They could have easily came over here and been watching.
I'm gonna tell you another one is Anthony Shorts. That dude has got world-class speed, and they're
Olympic
not even
speed.
I mean, like gold medal, silver, like medal winning speed, Olympic speed, like not
I don't
being
think he
utilized.
cares though. Like football is not his number one. I think he knows.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm just saying, like, you take that and put that like with Sarkisian or Lane Kiffin calling plays. They would find a way to get him in the end zone.
I agree.
All right, well, it's Roll Tide all day. I love seeing y'all face. Let's move on to the next subject. You guys are Brave fans. I know y'all wanted to touch on that briefly. Can y'all talk about, first off, me clueless. I'm not a big baseball guy. Kind of give me a rundown of being a Braves fan.
Being a Braves fan has been so frustrating for a long time because we have won the East and we get to the playoffs and we absolutely choke. I did not have the expectations that, what we're doing, I think we've overachieved. In my opinion, I thought we've overachieved this year. Being a Braves fan has been very painful for a long time. And us being up 3-1 and now the series tied at 3 apiece, it feels like it's like happening all over again. It's like, I mean, the Dodgers are such a good team. They are so good. And for us to beat, we have led the series up into the, this point. And gosh, I mean,
what equivalent of an NBA or NFL team is the Braves? Is it like
Houston
the
Rockets?
The Houston Rockets. Okay. They got the talent.
Falcons.
They got the talent. They got the dogs. They should beat, said team, but they just never get it done.
Exactly.
Yeah, the manager holds them back. I don't know a lot. I don't keep up with Major League Baseball like I should, but I know enough to. The Braves should have already closed out this series.
Yeah, we missed a golden opportunity last night.
You don't want to play Kershaw again because Kershaw is like, when he's on, he's on. You don't want to play him again. You want to go ahead and get him out of the way. The Braves did. They beat him. But now you got to face him again tonight because he's going to throw. Everybody's going to throw.
Yeah, he's going to throw.
Yeah, everyone's throwing tonight.
I thought we missed it last night. Max Fried taking away that first inning, which two was back-to-back home runs with arguably the hottest player in baseball right now, Corey Seager, who's just destroyed.
Why you even throw to him?
I do not understand why.
Put him on base.
I mean, because it would have been the same result with Justin Turney would have just hit a 2-run home run. I mean, I could handle that better than back-to-back. Max Fried pitched a really good game, taking away that first inning. And I really thought at any moment, with them only having 3 runs, I thought that any moment our offense would explode. We would get it going, and we just could not get nothing going. I mean, my hat's off to, Buehler. I mean, he pitched a heck of a game.
All right. Well, let's. I just wanted to, see what it's like to be a Braves fan. I don't know too much about that, but I'm glad for y'all to provide clarity to the people. I would love to have Dylan on here to
Dylan
out his frustration.
Dylan.
He'd probably be puking in a bucket right now.
Yeah, probably so.
All right. Well, let's move on to a big topic. What we're gonna do on Nova Trifecta today is we're gonna give out NFL quarter season awards. We got the MVP, we got Defensive Player of the Year, we got Offensive Rookie of the Year, and then we got Comeback Player of the Year. What I want to start with is Comeback Player of the Year. Who you guys got? Where you guys ranking? How does it go?
Alex Smith is my Comeback Player of the Year.
Just because elaborate.
Yeah. If you have not seen what his leg was, and that with that horrific injury, and him almost dying, him almost losing his leg, I mean he had to go see U.S. military doctors and people that have gotten blown up in war because that's how bad his leg was. And he fought through all that and rehab through all that to be able to come into last week's game, throw some passes, hand the ball off. A couple times I think he took off running, and have Aaron Donald, who is an absolute monster, jumped on his back and rode him down to the ground. That was like the scariest play of all when he done that, because I just could see his legs snapping like a toothpick. But everything that he battled and the mental toughness that it took to be able to come back and suit up for the Washington football team, that right there was just, I mean, it was awesome to see that. And that to me, that's going to be my comeback player of the year right there.
All right, who you got, KT?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's kind of hard to beat. I don't want to see him out there playing, though, because I know at any point, if his leg gets caught up again, he's done.
And I didn't understand that. I didn't understand him playing when I don't know what's going on with Washington and the whole, Dwayne Haskins and stuff like that. But when Kyle Allen went out, like, I understood, like, the significance of letting Alex Smith take some snaps and doing that. But to leave him in there, like, especially with Aaron Donald on the defensive line right across from me, I really hate to see him play football, like, and get hurt to the point where he does have to lose his leg.
Right. Yeah, that's tough because, I mean, the rehab he went through and them telling him his leg may never work right again. I can see sending him out there for a snap. I get it, but
yeah,
to keep him out there, boy, that's tough.
That's much respect for him getting back on the field, man.
Oh yeah,
hats off to him. My comeback player of the year though is Mr. Dab Man himself, Cam Newton. Just because they counted him out. No NFL team acted like they want to sign him. He's only signed for like something ridiculous, like $3 million.
Like $1 million.
$1
million.
Yeah. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. Like, there's a bunch of other quarterbacks that are making more than him that if I told you their name, you would be like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of trash quarterbacks making money.
And Cam they're gonna be a wild card team. You know what I mean? And that offense, he making it work with what he got. You know what I mean? He looks really, really good. Besides today, of course, you kind of got to chalk that up with him not having a lot of practice time, being out with the COVID. That was tough on him today. So, but judging him,
you think he's playing better football than Big Ben? Because Big Ben missed.
That's who I got I got him wrote down too as the number 2. Comeback player of the year. But his was just due to injury. You know what I mean? So. That's why you seen Big Ben gone. Cam had a lot of it was injury too, but I hate the way Carolina did him. Didn't they release a graphic with all of the greatest players, kind of like they did the niggas did Carmelo Anthony, but they had a graphic. Now they had a Twitter question, and it was like, who is the greatest Panther of all time? And they didn't even have Cam on there.
They
what the
Cam
hell?
On there.
Come on now. League MVP.
Cam took you to a Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
He was all you had.
He was all and Steve Smith was what, old?
No, he wasn't even on that team that went to the Super Bowl.
He wasn't?
No,
he had
Jericho Cotchery and Greg Olsen.
He had no wide receivers.
No, at all. And so, I mean, I do not understand, He
had a couple running back, CJ Anderson.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
He had, He had the big guy. I forgot his name. What's the season? No, I wouldn't see
Greg Olsen.
Yeah, Greg Olsen though. But anyways, he carried him down. But
yeah. What was the question again? My bad. What'd you say?
Oh, we was talking about Cam dragging Carolina.
No. Well, you said something. It wasn't Greg Olsen. What was you saying?
Oh, no, receivers.
The wide receivers.
He had like Kelvin Benjamin, Steve Smith.
No, Steve was on that team that went to the Super Bowl.
What was he not? Was it Funchess? Was Funchess on that team?
Devin Funchess.
I don't even think Funchess was on that team. It was Jericho Cotchery.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think Kelvin Benjamin.
Yeah.
But those are the comeback player candidates that we have quarter season. Let's move on to the next one. I'm interested to hear y'all's takes on this one. Rookie of the year, whether it be offense or defensive side of the ball.
I got Joe Burrow.
You got Joe Burrow? Cool Joe. Explain why.
I mean, because he's a baller. He is balling out right now, and he does not have nobody protecting him. I mean, I don't know if at the rate he's going, he might get one year in the NFL and he might die. I mean, he is getting lit up. I just think I don't know. That's who I got as my offense. He's the one that jumps out to me because of how well he's playing. Well, I don't know. There's another kid over there in San Diego that is balling out too.
And see, that's where I'm gonna
go. And being Justin Herbert, and I don't understand. His teams are not winning for him. They're not they don't finish it. They've had double-digit leads and blow it. I mean, so
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go there too, bro.
It is real tough to pick between Herbert and Burrow, but I just like Joe. I like Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Justin Herbert. Just because me personally, I love to evaluate players too, kind of see how they're coming out of college. I did not see this coming. He is throwing bombs. He could throw any kind of throw you want to. He looked athletic. He looked comfortable. He looked like a good NFL quarterback, and I just didn't see that coming. So I'm gonna go Justin Herbert. Over Joey B. And I love Joey B. Joey B. ain't working with. He getting killed out there. Yeah. But I'm gonna go Justin Herbert and his team. The record don't indicate how good that team is.
Yeah, I think they're the best team of the bottom teams.
Yeah. Who you got, KT?
I've got Jordan Jefferson.
Okay.
The Vikings.
Okay.
I think you moved on from Stephon Diggs, and he just plugged right in.
Yeah.
I think the Vikings quarterback is just trash.
Yeah, Captain Kirk needs to go.
You think he's trash?
Yes.
I mean, today he threw 3 picks in the first quarter.
Oh my god!
Against the Falcons. The Falcons.
Horrible.
But I called the Falcons winning today because when you fire a head coach, you get that intern in there, they're fired up, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I think Jordan Jefferson, what he's doing with the Vikings is pretty impressive to me.
I like that pick. right there. I didn't think about that one.
Yeah.
All right. The next one I want to go to. I'm gonna throw a little sauce in here. Coach of the year so far. I started off since I got y'all off the cuff. I got 2 guys. I got the first one being Sean McDermott from Buffalo. And I picked Buffalo. If you go back, to the podcast when to win the NFC East.
Yeah.
And so I think what them guys doing over there, despite that loss, they didn't know they was playing. If they was playing, it was 2 teams that they was game planning for. They did not know who they was playing, so that's why they had that turning on that primetime game. But Josh Allen didn't look that good. But other than that team, they can win in multiple ways. Just like you brought Stephon Diggs up, ironically, he plays for Buffalo now, and it's plug and play. He is what Allen needed, and he is over there showing his ass.
I agree.
Yeah. That's who I'm picking. I ain't gonna go into all the other picks, but that's what I'm gonna pick for my coach of the year.
I got that. I like what Matt LaFleur. I think that's how you say it. Matt LaFleur is doing in Green Bay. Yeah. I think him and Aaron Rodgers have got on the same page. And despite what's going on right now in Tampa Bay with them today, but and you
got to talk about him probably not liking them for real, and how they took the quarterback and stuff like that. You got to throw that little sauce in there too.
I mean,
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know that situation. I don't know if that was the head coach having. I really don't know that situation. That situation made no sense to me whatsoever. Still does not make no sense whatsoever because Aaron Rodgers is just absolutely tearing it up. And
all these receivers that came out this year, they could have got him another receiver. You know what I mean?
They could have got. I want to say maybe CeeDee Lamb was still on there. that Jalen Ringer, I want to say Justin Jefferson, the one that
all
the
those
guy
guys
that,
was available,
or Jordan Jefferson, whatever his name is, the one that KT was talking about. Like those guys are still on the board. There was a lot of offensive weapons. The guy from Clemson was still on the board. On the board. That Tyler Higgins or T Higgins. There was a lot of talent that could have complemented Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams left on the board. They had just been in the NFC Championship. I mean, they could even went on the defensive side of the ball. They could have went and got him like a Patrick Queen, who they are raving about up there in Baltimore right now, saying he's a baby Ray. Yeah, he was still on the board. Like there was a lot of stuff they could have done different, and they took Jordan Love. Like
who?
I mean, yeah, they took somebody that you don't even know was a guaranteed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was just like shades of what happened when Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, But my thing was, like, if I'm not mistaken, I think Brett Favre had maybe hinted to retirement when they drafted Aaron Rodgers. I'm not sure. I don't know if
Aaron set 4 years. He set 4 years behind Brett.
Okay, yeah. So he wasn't even talking about retirement. Yeah. So
he was holding him hostage. Though. All right, KT, who you got?
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel. I like
5-0.
Big football guy.
5-0. He's a coach I think I would want to play for.
Yes.
Runs the ball. You take Ryan Tannehill and you turn him into a passing pro. You got Brown as your wide receiver. The tight end.
Go on, get it off. Go on, get it off. Who you really want to say running it down now? Go on, get it off.
I mean, Derrick Henry's just stiff arming people into the earth.
Let's talk about that stiff arm battle.
Ended Josh Norman's career.
Okay, Dylan Reeves asked me. He said, "Is Josh Norman still in the league?" And I said, "I didn't know he was until Derrick Henry just did that to him." That was more disrespectful than what he did to
Earl? Probably Earl Thomas.
What's his name? Free agent now.
Earl Thomas?
Earl Thomas.
Yeah.
What he did to Josh Norman, that's just so disrespectful.
I agree.
But I like Mike Vrabel. I will play for him. I think he's a great coach. He will get out there and like dick off with you during pre-games, like hit you and stuff.
I think his guys would run through a brick wall for him. Every last one of them. I listened to another podcast called Buzzing with the Boys, and his offensive lineman, the stud, Taylor Lewin, I think's how you say his name, is on there, and like he loves Mike Vrabel. I mean, loves Mike Vrabel. And just like nothing to me, he just has complete control of that team. Like that, I mean, his players respect him, and yeah, I think he can come down to their level too, because I think he still puts himself in that category of being in that locker room and having played for Belichick and seen how Belichick ran things, and he knows what it takes to get there. They were so close to being there.
He came up in that Patriot way, If anybody don't know nothing about Mike Vrabel, he was a disgusting linebacker. He won three Super Bowls. It was him, Teddy Bruschi, and I can't think of the other guy, big black guy. I can't think of his name right now, but they had a nasty linebacking core, and he was part of that. So he in the Patriot way.
McGinnis.
His teams ain't gonna have a lot of, they're gonna run the ball. They're not gonna turn the ball over. They're gonna have discipline, and they're not gonna beat themselves. So you kind of see that reflecting on that Tennessee Titan team. So I like that. I like that pick right there.
I like that pick a lot.
Would y'all say that he is the number one of Belichick's disciples?
Yeah, I agree.
No, absolutely.
I agree. All right, moving on to the next.
I don't know. Joe Judge might get something going up there in New York at the Giants.
They're getting their ass throttled. Moving on to the next one. My favorite side of the ball that I elevated on. Defensive side of the ball. Defensive player of the year. Who
this is easy.
You guys got? I'm excited to hear this pick.
I've got two.
Oh, okay. Let's give it.
KT, why don't you start that one off, man?
My number one is Marlon Humphreys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What he is doing in Baltimore,
Yes.
he's a lockdown corner. He just got the money. I think he's legit. I really do. I think he's a good dude. I mean,
The stats against like going against him, what he giving up is fucking ridiculous. But let me ask you this, KT. Did you see that coming on the NFL level? Like we watched him play at Alabama?
honestly, no.
I
Because
didn't either. I didn't either.
at Bama, he played man. And you
Mhm.
know, man can either
It can
make you
expose
look
you
good,
bad.
right, or it can expose you.
Yeah.
And
Much like Trayvon Diggs.
right. Exactly. Who's getting burnt up at Dallas
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
But I was never big on Trayvon. So
Me neither.
Me either. I don't understand why they took him.
I don't understand how
either.
Mel Kiper had him so high.
He had a good
I don't know
combine.
if it was
didn't he?
just a Bama factor or what.
Yeah, he must have had a good combine. He had to, because you know they forget the tape. They burn the tape.
Before he went to the combine, they were high on him.
Oh, okay.
They had been high on him like all year. Like
He's a good
I
football
think you're
player, but not a first round draft. Like
no. I'll say this right now, though. Patrick Surtain is better than Diggs right now. And in the 4 games, if you look at the stats, Diggs hasn't allowed a touchdown. He hasn't allowed one receiver to go over 20 yards on him. That's big.
Okay. Surtain has it.
Yeah, Surtain. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they played Ole Miss.
Diggs is
Diggs. Yeah. Surtain though, like he's locking shit down. He played up against George Pickens.
Yep.
I mean, he's good, but he shut him out.
Who's the other guy you had?
I've got TJ Watt and Aaron Donald, A and B.
Okay.
And TJ Watt with the Steelers, they're what, 5-0?
Yeah.
5-0, baby.
They dripped the Browns.
To the Browns.
Yeah. And I think Aaron Donald.
Browns.
Aaron Donald's just a freak. You can't block him.
He's a freak.
Who you got, Kim?
KT called it right off the bat. It was Marlon Humphrey, man.
Okay, well, yeah.
Marlon Humphrey is tearing it up. He is a joy to watch.
All right, well, mine's a little different than y'all's. I'm gonna go Myles Garrett. I don't know if y'all been watching Myles, even though they got throttled today.
But that does not do it.
Not see this coming. I mean, I thought he was overhyped being a number 1 pick. I thought, him being at Texas A&M, he flashed. Don't get me wrong. But you hear about the legendary weight room stories about this guy and all that good stuff. Him beating the shit out of the guy from the Steelers line. But besides all that,
Duck Hodges,
he is a fucking animal. You need to watch this guy come off the edge. The moves that he got, swim moves, spin moves, bull rush. Just because I play offensive line, I play defensive lineman, so I'll be watching all that stuff. The array of moves that he got, but just the strength, the speed, the quickness. He is the total package. And like he on a sack pace that's out this world with Aaron Donald, who's my number 2, who is just he fucking ridiculous. Like the stuff that guy can do. But yeah, he's my number 1 right now because I think without him this season, Cleveland probably had 1 win. He makes that much of a difference.
He's amazing, man.
He amazing. But yeah, all right. Let's go on to the last NFL topic. MVP, most valuable player. Who do you guys got? Let's start with KT for this one.
I got Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Let Russ cook.
It's crazy because in the past, how many years has he been in the league? He has yet to get 1 MVP pick.
That's crazy.
But what he is doing this year, I think, is if he doesn't get MVP right now, I had Aaron Rodgers number 2, and then I had Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes. Those 2 guys are guaranteed. But I think it's Russell Wilson's year. He's carrying the Seahawks. He's got Tyler Lockett, and then he's got DK Metcalf. Okay. So, I mean,
yeah.
But Russell, he can still just go out there and throw that damn thing. So,
tossing the thing.
Hey, right. Pete's finally letting him cook too, man. Like I have no problem with that pick at all, man. That's
who you got.
I think Derrick Henry's having a great year. Okay. I don't think a running back will ever get the MVP.
I don't see it.
But Derrick Henry is, and Alvin Kamara, they're going off. this year. If you know anything about fantasy, if you get a running back late, one of those two guys, you know you're good. But I mean, yeah, it's Russell Wilson for me right now. He's my early MVP.
All right, Kendall, who you got?
I mean, I had Aaron Rodgers 1, Russell 2, but I can't complain with either one of those guys. I think I would be very happy if Russell would win it this year, simply because how's that man not even received a vote? I don't understand. That it's retarded. But I thought Aaron Rodgers was just the disrespect of the organization that is the Green Bay Packers, of what they did to him on draft night. And then for him to just like get pissed off and it's like, okay, I mean, you think somebody needs to come in here and replace me? I'm about to show you. And he has been throwing to guys with no names. Like, I mean,
yeah.
that Matoya or Tanya, whatever that. Who was that? Like,
who are these guys?
Besides Devontae Adams.
Besides Devontae Adams, which
he
Devontae
hurt half the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was his first game back this past weekend. So, I mean, he has been just like spreading the ball out. That was my MVP, but Russell Wilson was right there, and it would not. I mean, I would be super happy if Russ won. So, you know.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go
either one of those guys.
I'm gonna go let Russ cook too. I mean, it's hard not to. I mean, what he doing in the fourth quarter, pulling it out. He got Tyler Lockett and he's pulling DK Metcalf along.
DK Metcalf,
who somebody the other day had a post on our
baby Megatron.
They was trying to say he the new Megatron. I said just pump the brakes. Metcalf ain't even the top 5 wide receiver this year. He might be this year, but you know he's not a top NFL wide receiver, top 5 NFL wide receiver. So pump the brakes on that. But yeah, Russell Wilson, what he doing? The undefeated Seattle team. You know, he carrying them guys, man. That's all. You know, it's hard not to get him, you know, MVP votes. The fact that he has not had one single MVP vote, that's
crazy. So
crazy.
Disrespectful.
That's like that's crazy to me, you know. And he putting up the numbers. Has he thrown a pick?
I think he's thrown one, it's been 1 or 2.
One.
Probably
he's one pick.
That's crazy. I don't think Aaron Rodgers threw his first pick today.
He threw 2.
He's not having a great day.
Okay,
not at all.
Okay.
They're getting beat 38-10.
But I'm gonna throw a name in that hat that you guys did. Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen been doing some things. You know, throwing the ball and running the ball. So, you know,
Josh Allen's a whole lot better than I gave him credit for, and he showed me that this year. I really have not gave that kid credit. I kind of laughed. I thought Buffalo was crazy for not getting Cam Newton, because I felt like if they would have got Cam Newton, that would have made them Super Bowl contenders. But what they've gotten Josh Allen, man.
And I'm gonna pick it back off what KT said. King Henry today, he had 200 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. If he
a 94-yard touchdown run too.
Have you seen a guy that big run? How he outrunning everybody? Like he is marching on their ass. Like
he's like Marshawn Lynch.
Him and Jadeveon Clowney look like the same person, and
one's a
defensive end and the other one's a running back.
He pulled away on him. Like I've never seen nothing like that. Like he's pulling away from linebackers and DBs. So I'm gonna have to throw his name in the hat, because if the Titans keep playing like they playing and say they finish 13-3, 14-2, he got his name in the hat too.
Did you guys know that Alabama has had a running back go to the league and win an MVP?
Yeah.
Sean Alexander.
John Alexander.
Come on now.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, can we go back to that Bama game and address a couple things?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. I thought Brian Robinson coming in was a deep breath for Alabama.
Yeah.
Like they said he was compared to Bo Scarborough, and he hasn't had his time because of Najee. But I thought him coming in really took the breath away from Georgia. Like they weren't ready to see him come in.
It gave him a different look.
Right. Go ahead, Ken.
I remember when Brian Robinson was at, I believe he came from Hillcrest, if I'm not mistaken, Hillcrest.
Yes.
I was working at a plant with a guy who this guy kept telling me, man, you need to watch this kid play some football. Like, he is going to be so good. And he's committed to Alabama. And like he went down to Alabama. And of course, this happens to Bama a lot, in a stacked backfield. And that's all I've heard from this guy. Like, I still keep in touch with him. He's like, man, when he gets his time to shine, he's going to turn some heads. And I agree, KT. Like Saturday night, I was like, wow, that was nice. That is the kid that I've heard so much about.
GC, I have a question for you.
Okay.
This is a big question. So I'm ready to say that Jalen Waddle was the best wide receiver to ever come out of Alabama.
I can't give him that yet.
You got Julio, Cooper, Calvin Ridley, but I'm telling you,
I will
Waddle,
say
his
this:
speed, his route.
he got to finish the job. Number one,
if
but
he
number
goes
two,
against a natty this year, I agree.
I will say he's the most electric
Absolutely.
out of all of them.
I'm gonna tell you, he has probably been the most electric player that I have seen in college football since your boy Reggie Bush. Juicy.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah, I will say that Johnny was electric too, but
Johnny was,
yeah.
And
but I
Cam
get what you're
was
saying.
Too. Cam Newton was too.
Cam was
Tebow,
electric.
if we want to go deeper, Tebow.
Yes. Oh yeah, Tebow was. That's a grown man against little kids out there or something.
I get what you said. More when it comes to like explosive. Explosive.
Just like
we've never seen a player like this.
He might take a jet sweep or a wide receiver screen or a punt return or just a kickoff you don't know where he's lined up, what he's gonna do, how he's gonna score next, and his ability to go up the ladder and get those jump balls. That has impressed me. Like, he is a little guy, and he is like just going right up the ladder and coming down with them.
So he gets up and does the Texas tie.
Yeah.
He got Gavin doing that on game day.
Yeah.
Gavin caught a 30-yard pass last night. And I looked at him, he's tucking his tie in. I was like,
all right.
That's
all right. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right, Gavatron.
But I think this Bama offense, though, could go down in history, which it's so hard because there's been so many. If Mac Jones keeps playing the way he is, I think you compare him to a Jake Coker, if not better.
Do you know?
I think he's better.
I will say,
he might even be better than AJ.
I agree.
And what I will say, the way they using the 2 wide receivers, and you got Michi in there as the third. But the way they're using these 2 wide receivers, it reminds me of how they use DJ Hall and Brown.
Yeah.
You know how those 2 guys was just going off. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It reminds me of these guys on steroids. You get what I'm saying? So that's when you look at the stats. Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen a stat the other day, though. Joe Burrow and Mac Jones. Mac Jones is already having a better year than
Joe Burrow.
Right now.
Yeah,
which is nuts.
Which is insane because Joe Burrow may have had the best season you've ever seen in college football last year.
Absolutely.
And the fact that Mac Jones,
I saw this just earlier. He done something that Tua didn't even do, and I think he's through for 3 straight games. He's went over 400 yards passing
and had 3 touchdowns over 80 yards.
Yeah, I mean that, and I thought Tua was like, God. I mean.
What Matt can do, Matt can fuck around and steal a Heisman from Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
Just like
I think it's Trevor and Mac right now.
Yeah.
It's
just like Tua to never win one. And he had ridiculous, disgusting numbers. The same thing can happen to Trevor Lawrence if Matt keep on his pace, and I don't see why he can't.
I think you got to put Najee Harris in the discussion too. Though.
Yeah, I was about to say Najee needs to be there.
He's got 8 or 9 touchdowns.
I think Jalen Waddle needs to be up there.
I agree, and Devontae Smith. I mean, if y'all want to go deep,
I mean, pick your poison. I know. I mean, we're big Bama fans, but there's people we're not the only ones seeing this. Like,
as electric they is, when you to be a Heisman candidate, when you like a running back or a wide receiver, you got to have historic numbers. Like they haven't. Don't get me wrong, they having really good fucking seasons, but Mac on a historic pace. You get what I'm saying? He breaking historical records. Trevor Lawrence down there, historical records. So that's why it's easier to hand it to a quarterback rather than a wide receiver and a running back. If they was having ridiculous historic numbers, then I would agree with you. But when it comes to the Heisman, nowadays these guys breaking completion percentages records. They breaking yards per attempt, records, yards, touchdowns. So you got to take all of that into account when you're dealing with that. And they breaking Alabama records, but they're not breaking NCAA records. You get what I'm
saying? How crazy is it going to be when it's all said and done that in a wide receiver room, one room in Alabama, you had Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, and Mechie as the kid fresh out of high school? Because I think Mechie's going to be special when it's all said and done. That is ridiculous. You could be looking at 5 first-round draft picks in the NFL right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We know 2 of those have already locked in and got it. So
right. I think what's different this year for Mac Jones is he's playing a 10-game SEC season. No one's ever done
all
that.
SEC.
I understand the COVID, but he's going out for 3 straight games. He's throwing 400 yards. So
that's disgusting.
That's pretty incredible.
And that's not even a tune-up game in there.
Nope.
There's
no cupcakes this year. It's all SEC.
That's
and you just beat the.
Yeah, I mean they're not calling Georgia State, paid them $2 million to come over there and let us wax them from start to finish. He's doing that on SEC teams.
And you just played the number 1 defense, Georgia.
Yeah, the number 1
dudes
defense,
over there. There's some dudes over there.
They've got some studs.
All right, well, we've been recording for a while, so we kind of gonna have to skip that last topic because we're gonna go super duper over.
That's fine.
But any last words about Bama football, NFL, anything y'all want to say?
Brooks Koepka is my Masters pick.
Oh, we're doing Masters pick. Oh my God.
That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I got.
Wow, man.
Who your Masters pick? I ain't gonna let you slide about it like that, Kendall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going through it. I was not prepared to answer that question. I mean, my heart wants to say Tiger Woods, but I'm going to say Dustin Johnson.
I agree. I'm a good
going
pick.
DJ.
I'm going Tiger
what about
Woods.
You? Tiger, I agree.
Hey, you got to bet where the money at.
that man won last year.
Exactly.
Probably the best day I've ever had.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it is very obvious right now in his career. He is focused on one golf course and one tournament a year, and that is over there in Augusta, Georgia.
Yep.
Facts. All right. Well, how we end every episode, we leave the people with an album, a movie, a series, anything, that you can suggest that you've been listening to. I'm going to start with you, Kendall. What you want to leave the people with?
Man, you need to watch some college football or NFL football. It doesn't matter. Watch some of it. Watch. Well, I'm nothing but sports right now. I'm so locked into sports. I hadn't really give anything else a thought. It is spooky season. Go watch you some scary movies if you want. Something that is, I got 2 CDs this week. I listened to both of them quite a bit this week, and they're very refreshing. I've got Maroon 5, Songs About Jane.
Oh, that's the classic.
Yeah, and Khaled, Free Spirit.
Okay, yeah, that Songs About Jane. Hey, that's on my all time.
Yeah,
Harder to Breathe, Tangled. Yeah, that's my shit right there.
Yeah, Khaled, that Free Spirit is a really good CD.
What about you, KT?
I don't know if y'all be interested, but Muscadine Bloodline had a new album come out.
Yes,
it's I highly recommend it. Great band.
You need to go watch them live.
Yeah, I want to. They're supposed to come to the Foothills Festival, but it got pushed back due to COVID. So maybe they come next year.
So.
Series I'm about to restart thanks to Dylan. Justified. I'm about to restart Justified.
Justified.
Okay.
Justified.
What I've been listening to this week, actually, I'm gonna go. It's an old. I ain't gonna say old school rapper. That made me feel old. T.I. just released the album called Libra. And it is T.I. is one of the most consistent rappers when he give you really good albums every time that he drop. Kind of like Rick Ross. Rick stay in that pocket, but the album is gonna be amazing. The production is gonna be insane. He gonna work with current rappers. So I highly suggest going to listen to that new T.I. album, Libra. As far as a series, I'm actually finna review on Brews and Reviews. Is the Hun the Bly Manor. A lot of series or movies that have the Hun in it, you think is really really scary. This more so about the writing and the characters, the character development, all of that good stuff. So I give it a 10. I'm finna get right into it, right after this. So those are the two things that I suggest. How we end every episode, I ask you guys, do you want to leave the people with any words of encouragement, anything you guys want to think of?
Man, you just better be prayed up. Tell your loved ones you love them. There is no guarantee, especially in this world and in this time that we're living in, that you are going to get to see your parents, aunts, uncles, friends tomorrow. We're not promised tomorrow. But the fact that we are still kicking and you're going and you're living through 2020 and you're making it work with a family, a job, whatever it is, life is really through its best shot at a lot of people this year. And the fact that we're still moving just means you are a tough SOB. So keep it up.
What about you, KT?
I agree. Keep your head up. We'll get through this year. This ain't nothing. I think Coach Hosteller and Coach Rickman said it best. GATA, get after that ass. So just keep pushing, man. Let's just get done with it.
I agree, man. As I always say, I'm gonna leave y'all. Peace, love, and light. Keep your head up and roll tide. Baby. This is
Roll Tide.
Trifecta, baby. We
Chop
out.